Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One that shocked Twitter after a report revealed the fastest growing rappers on Spotify when it comes to followers in 2023. And we'll get to this and explore some reactions in a moment. Today we also have another one linked to the drama between Joe Budden and Drake. And Joe Budden recently leaked the DMs he received from Drake on his podcast. And this has sparked split reactions based on some contradictory statements Joe Budden made in the episode. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this later in the comment section. Today we also have more that sparked debates linked to Jay-Z, as his ability to sell out a stadium as a headliner was called into question in a podcast. And the reactions have been quite hilarious, to be honest, as thousands proved that they don't know the difference between a stadium and an arena, and we'll get to this at the latter part of the video. So starting with the latest Spotify report, it goes. Spotify highest gainers in followers by hip-hop acts in 2023, and top 5 goes Eminem, Drake, Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, and Kendrick Lamar. And while this is a huge win for Eminem, what it means for the future might not be so positive, hence takes like, Eminem doesn't need to drop anything at this point for streams and followers. His catalog is the best and timeless in hip-hop. It is wild how music consumption in the real world is nothing similar to the narratives online. Pure Sales reports show Music to be Murdered By is currently the best-selling hip-hop album this decade globally, all while Eminem is top 2 this decade for streaming. And on a side note, when Eminem beat out Ye in a poll for most impactful that had over 500,000 votes, people were throwing tantrums on Twitter like this. There's actually no way that people think Eminem is more impactful than Ye loudly crying emoji. But when you take a look at global reports from streaming platforms, not just Spotify and even IFPI reports, the data shows that you must be in the dark to not understand just how much impactful Eminem has been on a global scale since '99. Industry patterns show that he shouldn't be on a list like this with much younger rappers since he's from the physical era. And this is true. That's insane, loudly crying emoji and more. Meanwhile, this app is trying to make M irrelevant. Anyway, numbers don't lie. Moving on to the next point, while Joe Budden revealed that Drake sent him a voice note and more.
He DMs me with a 55-second voice note. I can't tell you what it said.
Oh.
Because I didn't listen to it.
Oh, shit. Why not?
You got to speak to me with love.
Do you want to play it?
No,
Never.
that ain't me.
Okay.
If I was one of these clout-chasing ass, that is exactly what I come in here to do. But I'm too thorough at my core and my soul.
So you haven't listened to it either?
No.
While he claimed that he doesn't want to be a clout chaser, he proceeded to read out the DMs he reportedly received from Drake in the episode, where Drake urged Joe Budden to keep it music. Take a chill pill, Anthony, have a drink, throw on some instrumentals, maybe write one of those fellas, do your thing, let me do my thing, joints for old time's sake. A little radio play would do you some good, Papa, cause you bringing up my friends and B's IF, like you know anything about that. Keep it music. I don't give a F what you listen to in your free time, because the people's opinion I care about don't have free time. Joe Budden continues.
I also don't care if you like or dislike something, but don't talk about my life and like you trying to plant some seed or paint some narrative and turn people against me. Okay. Talk about the music. If you hate it, you hate it. But you talking about I'm out here fucking 25-year-olds. This is personal, so I won't read them. That shit feels malicious to me, and I don't do well with that. Your nerd co-host can sit and talk about gangster this and that, but you know how we get down. So keep it journalistic, you bronies.
And this has sparked split reactions, as on one end some believe you're gonna read the DMs out loud but not listen to the voice note. This doesn't make any sense. Both of them really hurt, LOL. And on this note, another added he ain't wanna play the voice note cause he don't wanna appear as a clout chaser, but gonna read the DMs out loud, LOL, duty's off. And some believe Joe Budden's hypocrisy is the draw for his podcast, as in response to this post a user expanded, he contradicts himself sentence after sentence, LOL. That's why his pod is so good, LOL. And on this note, another user added, every day Joe Budden reminds us why the Migos said, if a dude hating, call him Joe Budden. And while some are asking, how does he drop 4 diss tracks and can't listen to one voice memo? On the other end, Drake is getting roasted. Drake stays taking L's in beefs he gets himself into. It's just pathetic, honestly. Imagine being this worked up over one man's opinion on your music. But what are your thoughts on this? Moving on to the next point, this sparked debates when it hit social media about Jay-Z's ability to sell out a stadium as a headliner.
Jay-Z can sell out a stadium.
No, he cannot.
100%.
No. He might be able to sell out. He can sell out a stadium like for Summer Jam here or whatever it is. But if Jay-Z could sell out a stadium as a headliner, he wouldn't have been doing these co-headline stadium. His greedy ass would have absolutely been taking all that money himself if he could sell a stadium by himself.
Here's the thing that I'm saying, right, is that when Jay goes into a concert, his idea is just stand there, right? Kanye is giving us a show.
Yeah, Jay does not have a vision.
Beyonce gives us a show.
Yeah, he's not a vision. Like, I think he's not terribly different than me in the sense that he's not like a visual type, like conceiving of this whole thing. That's not what Jay-Z's going to give you, but what Jay-Z has is the catalog, right? So you go to a Jay-Z show, and this is why it's wild when you go to those co-headline Jay-Z shows, because he's playing Heart of City and nobody there cares. That's how I know he ain't selling out these stadiums, because he's playing the real Jay-Z songs where I'm like, oh, okay, this is what's up. And nobody down there cares, right?
And their reactions are all over the place, as on one end, some believe this discussion diminishes Jay's accomplishments. What is the goal of trying to diminish Jay-Z's legacy? But based on our observation, nearly every mainstream hip-hop outlet puts Jay-Z at the top of nearly every hip-hop list in recent years. So if the goal was to diminish, then this is an exception to the norm, based on what we've seen from the media in recent years. But the most hilarious bit is that some struggle to tell the difference between an arena and a stadium. Check this out. You sound ridiculous. Jay-Z has sold out multiple arenas by himself. He was the first rapper to sell out the Garden in 24 hours. Facts. This one got me rolling because right in the clip they are specifically talking about stadiums, but there's more. This was a wild take. The F is he talking about? I had floor seats at the 444 tour date in Orlando, Florida back in November 2017. Vic Mensa was the opener. Do you really believe that people came to see Vic? The Amway Center was sold out and the crowd sang along to every song Hov performed. I got the footage.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
But yet again, this was a discussion about stadiums, not arenas, and in response to this, a user expanded. He has tried 2 different times over his career, and he had to shift back to an arena. Once in New York in the early 2000s after Blueprint, once in LA with the Samsung preloaded album deal. It is not a wild take at all. It is actually spot on. And check this out, it is crazy, y'all don't know the difference between arena and stadium, lol, since the replies were filled with takes about how Jay-Z sold out Madison Square Garden. But what are your thoughts? Are they wrong to bring up Jay-Z like this? Tell us below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.